Hey guys, coming to you live this morning with hair that's been slept on. This is real. I haven't done a thing with it, but I just wanted to show you what you can do next day, pulling it back and keeping it super simple and easy. This is not even next day, like literally I think this is day 4. I haven't washed my hair, but that's kind of how I like my hair. I find it easier to work with when it's got all the texture in it that it does. I mean, right now it's a little out of control, you guys can tell, but I just wanted to kind of show you what it is you can do. I'm just gonna throw it back into like a low bun or a low ponytail and give you an idea as to how I do that in the mornings. The other thing is that I often hear from women that have hair my length or even just a little bit shorter that they are challenged with being able to pull it back and what can they do with it? They need it longer because they need to be able to tie it back to work out or just for their busy mornings or whatever. So I just want to start by saying my hair's got a lot of product in it. So, I mean, it's got a lot of texture. I mean, this is 4 days. So if your hair is super soft, I would totally recommend that you put some product in it and give it the texture that it needs. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what I would do. I would definitely go with a powder. I like the Puff Me powder. It's by Design Me, Canadian made, love it. But if you didn't, and I have a lot of powder in my hair right now, so I'm not really gonna go in and do too much more with it, but I would definitely go in and put the powder in and get it on the ends and kind of give it this messy kind of craziness that you see in my hair right now. So definitely some powder. Do not, whatever you do not get up and brush it out smooth. And I find that that is the biggest mistake women make a lot of the times. Like, you want it to have the texture in it that it has. Do not brush it. Promise me you won't. Okay, the other thing is that if you have any, dry texture spray is always awesome. This is Moroccan oil dry texture spray. But again, it's like a hairspray. It's got a bit of the powder concept to it, but it doesn't have the tackiness and the firmness that hairspray has. So it will give you that really textured look as well. So go through and put that in. And that's about it. I mean, if your hair is really greasy, my hair doesn't tend to get overly greasy, which is surprising because, my face, totally greasy all the time. But anyhow, if you need to, if you feel like your hair is oily or you've got a greasy look to it, go through and dry shampoo. Now, don't go crazy on it. Just go through and dry shampoo the areas in which you're gonna see, right? Through the top, in the back. Use your dry shampoo, rub it in a little bit. Again, don't brush it, but get it into the root area. So, one of my favorites is the Moroccan oil dry shampoo. I'm just like a huge Moroccan oil lover, but there is so many great dry shampoos out there. I've used a ton of them, and if you have a favorite, that's awesome. Yeah, okay, so that being said, I am going to just kind of show you what I would do. Now, you can tell the top of my hair is kind of frizzy and kind of a mess. I would definitely go in and I'm only going to surface smooth that stuff out. So I would recommend a boar bristle brush or a really soft bristle brush, okay? And I'm just gonna tame and I'm just going over the surface of it. I'm not brushing through to the roots, but just calming down the frizzies that I see. Because my hair is going this way, I'm probably gonna pull it over that way. I mean, I could flip it over this way and give it more body, but you know what? I'm not fighting with it this morning. This is what it's doing, and we are going to go with that. So now that I've kind of smoothed that out a bit, I might do a little bit of texture spray. Okay, and it's that simple. If you want, you can do something in the ends too, and actually I don't have any product handy, but you could do a little bit of a cream or an oil or something if you feel like your ends are super frizzy or whatever, and just kind of give them a little bit of moisture and control those a bit too. So now I am just going to basically give my crown a little bit of fullness here, and I'm able to do that because I have so much texture in my hair right now. Now, if your hair is really, really soft, you're gonna struggle getting a little bit of lift or movement up there. So again, you gotta get your products out, or if you're somebody that likes to back comb your hair a bit, you could put a little bit of base in it and back comb it just to give it a little bit of lift. But yeah, so then at this point, I'm literally just gonna finger out my hair like that. I always like, you know, you can pull it off to the center. I sometimes like to pull it off to the side a little bit and, you know, just kind of pull it up a little bit in the crown. I'm not really sure what it's looking like back there, however. Yeah, so I just pull it back. I'm gonna use my elastic. I like the string elastics, you know, the covered ones. I don't have any handy, so I'm gonna go in with a regular elastic, and I'm just gonna pull it tight to I'm gonna hold on to it tight at the base, but I'm not gonna put my elastic in super tight. And I'm making sure that my ponytail is like closer to my hairline. You don't wanna pull it out from your head, because what happens then, and I'll show you guys, you wanna keep the elastic kind of as low to your hairline as possible. If you pull it up further up here, your ponytail is going to be sticking out this way. So make sure that you pull it down low, and if it's not low enough, kind of pull on the elastic and bring it down. That way it's going to like lay a little bit smoother. I'm just going to pull a little bit on the surface here just to give it a little bit of volume, like so. And, you know, if it looked decent, I might just leave it in this little short pony. That's quite doable. If not, I could just kind of wrap it into a bun. And if I was gonna just kind of knot it, I would take one of these. I wouldn't take this elastic quite so tight, but I would do one more elastic, but instead of pulling it straight through, I would leave it a little bit and just kind of do something messy like this. And it's like, just kind of like, can't even see what I'm doing. I mean, this could look absolutely horrible, but you know, I'm just gonna wing it here. So leaving it in a knot, I grab a couple of pins, bobby pins, regular bobby pins, and you're gonna like use your bobby pin on the end that's open, pick up a little bit of hair, lift up and twist it. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Grab a bobby pin, pick up some hair. So I'm gonna go down underneath here. I did one on the top. I'm gonna do one underneath, lift and put it. And then just kind of go with the messiness of it. And here we go. So now we have our next day hair ponytail. I always like to, you know, pull a little bit out. I mean, I literally sometimes will wear my hair like this to work. It can work for me on some days when I, you know, don't have the time or whatever. But I do like the fact that I can pull it back. Now, if I wanted to, like, I'm kind of cool with this. I'm not doing anything today. This works. If I wanted to, if you wanted to, like, just make it a little bit more, I would just kind of give it a little more body in the front. You could pick it up, curl it a little bit at the root, like so. I mean, it doesn't need it. It's totally your call depending on what you're doing. I mean, I guess if you want to jazz it up a little bit more, you are going to work or something, you might want to throw some extra body in it. But yeah, it's super easy. And as far as like worrying about everything being in place, don't get too like worked up about that stuff. Like, just kind of leave it and let it do its thing. Again, if you feel like you need a little bit more support, this is when your dry shampoo and your powder and stuff is going to come in. So, I mean, if I wanted, I could just kind of powder these ends a little bit. And I will just give it a little bit of texture spray. And again, it's just super casual. If you felt like your bun needed another pin, you could literally just get another pin and use the same concept. Pick up a little bit of hair on the open end and then twist and roll it in. And then, yeah, that's about it. So just keeps it easy. But again, the thing to remember here is do not brush it out. Lots of texture, lots of product, and it'll work. Okay, finish it off with a little bit of hairspray. And you are good to go. Okay, guys, ciao for now. Talk to you later. Bye.